Curd is the best example of derivatives. And why curd is a very good example of derivatives? It is because curd does not have its own existence. It derives its existence from milk. So curd is a derivative of milk. That means what? That means price of the curd will be dependent on the price of the milk. Same is the case with the derivatives in the financial markets. Derivatives, friends, in principle, at the outset, let us understand, are the tools of risk management. Derivatives are tools of risk management. And in my view, derivatives should only be used for the risk management only. Unfortunately or incidentally, derivatives can also be used for speculation. And a lot of people use derivatives for speculation. Some of them are able to make good money and rest of them get wiped out from the market. So that is the kind of derivatives are a tool of risk management. But remember, at the same time, derivatives are fraught with total risk. And this is truly a paradox, truly a contradiction in case of derivatives. So, what is the relevance for us as far as the derivative products are concerned? As I said, friends, derivatives are useful tool for risk management. और जैसा कि मैंने आपको पहले बताया, today all the companies to which index is applicable, and index is applicable to all the companies whose net worth is more than 250 crores, except of course the insurance and the banking company. Insurance and banking companies are still not covered under the index. Hopefully they would get covered from the coming financial year. So all the companies to whom index is applicable, these companies need to show their assets at fair value, most of their assets at fair value, and therefore, and derivatives are also are instruments, financial instruments. So they also need to be valued. So therefore, number one, because they are the tool of the risk management, and number two, they need to be valued for the purpose of financial reporting. We need to have good understanding of derivatives. So this is the relevance, friends, of the derivatives, and that is why we are discussing it. So what is a derivative, and what is the purpose of derivative? As I said earlier, derivatives are tools of risk management, and they should be used accordingly. उनको डेरिवेटिव क्यों कहते हैं? उनको डेरिवेटिव इसलिए कहते हैं because derivatives do not have their own existence. They are linked with an underlying, and that underlying can be a share of a company, it can be index of a stock market, it can be a foreign currency, it can be a commodity, it can be n number of things which are known as underlying. तो एक और चीज़ याद रखिए, derivatives are called derivatives because they do not have their own existence. They are derived from some other asset, and that is why they are called as derivative. Now we said that derivatives are a good tool for managing the risk. Now let me ask you a few questions. Kellogg is a manufacturer of cornflake. It needs to secure continuous supply of corn for uninterrupted ऑपरेशन. सीधी सी बात है, केलॉग है एक कंपनी जो कि कॉर्नफ्लेक बनाती है. कॉर्नफ्लेक बनाने के लिए इस कंपनी को क्या चाहिए? इस कंपनी को कंटिन्यूस सप्लाई चाहिए. किस चीज़ की? कॉर्न की. गोपाल राव इज अ फार्मर ग्रोइंग कॉर्न, एंड ही नीड्स टू सिक्योर सेल ऑफ क्रॉप व्हेन द हार्वेस्टिंग इज ओवर. तो गोपाल राव को क्या चाहिए? गोपाल राव को चाहिए कि जब मेरी फसल कट के तैयार हो तो आई शुड हैव अ बायर विद मी. Why should I have a buyer with me? So that I am able to sell my harvest to him, my crop to him, and get money in my hand. Otherwise, अब मेरी फसल पड़ी रहेगी, सड़ जाएगी और मुझे कुछ मिलेगा नहीं. So you can see that both Kellogg as the cornflake manufacturer and Gopal Rao as corn grower, both of them have a risk. Now, my question to all of you is what they should do to cover their respective risks. That is the question, first question. And second question is how the derivatives can be used to cover this risk. That means how Gopal Rao and Kellogg can use the derivatives to cover this risk. And that is the question to all of you. Anyone?
The first question of you that the उसको दोनों को अपने risk cover करने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए? So in that case, because the both are the supplement to each one, Kellogg may enter into a contract or with the Mr. Gopal Rao
Yeah.
that he will supply him the supply to the company the corn to the Kellogg the corn on a continuous basis or on a particular time or with a particular time 1 year 2 years 3 years whatever the time may be. It may be continuous supply or it may be at the end of the period also 1 period also. And regarding the derivative product use, तो डेरिवेटिव प्रोडक्ट यूज में सर ये है कि कैलोग अपनी एक जो कैलोग को बेस्ट प्राइस चाहिए उस प्राइस से वो एक उसको कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर सकता है कि मैं आपको इस पर्टिकुलर प्राइस पे ये कॉर्न परचेज करूंगा. And there may be some negotiations for that. Whatever the price which will best suit to Kellogg and Mr. Gopal Rao, then they will arrive at that. Because at that price, Kellogg is also happy that at this price I am going to purchase the corn, and the Gopal Rao is also happy that at the end of the crop season, his product will be sold out at this price.
Absolutely fantastic. So, Ankur, you have hit on the nail. And this contract is known as forward contract. This contract, which is signed between Kellogg and Gopal Rao, it is referred as forward contract. And why it is referred as forward contract? Because this contract is going to be executed in future, and that is why this is known as forward contract. So this is, friend, one product that Kellogg and Gopal Rao can use for the purpose of risk management. But there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is this contract will ensure that Kellogg gets supply of corn on the given date. Farmer also have the right that he will get the money on the given date. But there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is, what if the prices of corn go down in the market at the time of delivery? So, if the prices of corn go down in the market around the time of delivery, because of this forward contract, Kellogg is under obligation to purchase the corn from Gopal Rao at the pre-agreed price, and vice versa also. Vice versa also. What if the prices go up at the time around the time when this forward contract is to be executed? What if the prices go up? If the prices go up, then Gopal Rao will stand to lose. And why will he stand to lose? He will stand to lose because though otherwise he would have been free to sell the corn in the open market at the then prevalent price, which is higher than the price that they have agreed in the forward contract. He will have to supply the corn to Kellogg at the pre-agreed price. That means he is going to suffer a loss. And therefore, there is another product. And that another product is known as option.
Yes.
And what is an option? Unlike the forward, remember, where both the parties have an obligation and both the parties have a right. In case of option, the buyer of the option, which in this case can be Kellogg or it can be farmer. The buyer of the option will have the right and not an obligation. And please pay attention so that you understand it very clearly. So let's say, for example, in case the farmer, if he expects that the price of the corn is going to go up in the market going forward, so what should he do? Or in case Kellogg, if Kellogg expects the prices to fall down, then what they should do? Obviously, answer is quite obvious and I am sure you will understand. अगर कैलोग को लगता है कि मार्केट में प्राइसेस नीचे जाने वाली हैं, तो कैलोग को कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. क्यों करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है? क्योंकि अगर प्राइसेस नीचे जाने वाली हैं, then there is no risk for Kellogg, because Kellogg will be able to purchase corn when the prices have gone down in future. Likewise, if Gopal Rao expects the prices of the corn to go up, Gopal Rao does not have to do anything. And why he does not have to do anything? Because prices will go up when the crop is ready. So that time what he can do, he can simply sell his corn at a high price. So in that case there is no risk. What if it happens the other way around? And what is the meaning of other way around? The meaning of the other way around is Kellogg expects the price to move up, and Kellogg will like to freeze their liability at the current price or thereabout. What if Gopal Rao expects the corn price to fall down, and therefore Gopal Rao will like to freeze his revenue by signing a contract at this point in time? अब जरा ध्यान से सुनिए. So what Kellogg will do? Kellogg is expecting the price to move up. Kellogg is expecting the price to move up, because if the price is going to go down, then there is no problem. So what the Kellogg will do? Kellogg will buy a call option. Kellogg will buy a call option. And what is the call option? The call option is right to purchase the corn at the prefixed price, the exercise price which is agreed. Now, if the price really goes up, what Kellogg will do? Kellogg will exercise the option. What Kellogg will do? Kellogg will exercise the option. That means they will get the delivery of corn at the pre-agreed price, even though the price in the current in the spot has gone up. So they are able to save that extra cost because of the call option that they have taken. Now, contrary to the price going up, what if the price goes down? If the price goes down, then what Kellogg will do? Kellogg has nothing to do. Kellogg will simply let the call option expire. They will not do anything. They will let the call option expire, and they will, in the spot market, buy the corn which is at a reduced price, because that's how the prices have gone down. So the forward contract had the risk. That means you sign a contract, forward contract, you are under obligation for the right as well as for the obligation. So you are bound by the right as well as the obligation. In case of option, you are having only an option. Prices बढ़ गई, exercise your call option. Prices have gone down, forget about the call option, buy from the spot market. Likewise, what happens in case of farmer, in case of Gopal Rao? Now Gopal Rao is scared that prices may go down. So if the prices goes down around the time when the crop is ready, then he will have to sell his product at a lower price, and which is going to be lost to him. So what he would do, he would buy a put option. And what is a put option? Put option is right to sell. Please understand, call option is right to buy and put option is right to sell. So what Gopal Rao will do? Gopal Rao will buy a put option. Put option, let's say for 10,000 rupees per ton. 10,000 rupees per ton. He will buy the put option. As he expected, the prices goes down to 8,000 per ton, to rupees 8,000 per ton. What Gopal Rao will do? Gopal Rao will exercise the option. And by exercise the option, even though the market price have gone down to 8,000, by virtue of his put option that he has, he would be able to realize 10,000 rupees per ton of corn. What if the prices goes up? If the prices go up, then what Gopal Rao will do? Then Gopal Rao does not have to do anything about the option. He will simply let it expire. And since the prices have gone up, he would be able to sell his product at a higher price in the market. So friends, this is how the derivatives are used for the purpose of risk management. What are the types of derivatives? So there are different types of derivatives.